Day trading this morning. It's Wednesday morning. Got a lot of stocks popping up on the Trade Ideas scanner this morning. Got everything going to the moon. All these stocks up 180%, 52%, 22%. Stocks down 50%. A lot of hot action this morning. And I ended up getting a short on OCX, and I'll show you that trade here in a minute. It was all over the place. It was one of those days, really getting the heart racing there, getting the heart beating. But I'll show you this trade here in a second. I felt like the risk reward was there. You'll let me know down below. Leave a comment down below after you watch the trade. What did you think? I'm sure a lot of people are going to think that it was a really, really bad trade. But hey, personally, this trade could have been a major, major payday for me if it just would have done what I wanted it to do. I'll show you guys here in a second. So make sure you stay tuned. All right. Pre-market here on OCX. I'm thinking that OCX is going to just crap out today. It's going to fade real hard. It's going to fade real hard all the way down there to the $4 area. It's kind of what I'm looking for. I think we could break through $5 here, get down there to $4 pretty easily if this does start to kind of just crack and sell off. So kind of watching this 540 area right now, looking to add a little bit more if it does push up some more. Trying to short into that resistance there at the 570, 560 area. So right now, kind of just slowly adding into this, looking for this to break through the 540s, get down there to $5, and then just crap its pants. Basically, crap its pants and head back down there to $4. All right, so we're looking for OCX to break down here, get below that 530 area. You can see overall just kind of trending lower this morning and having trouble there at the 550. A lot of selling pressure stacking up there at the 550s. A lot of selling pressure stacking up there. So looking pretty good. Just looking for this thing to get some more volume on it, really get the selling started, and look for this move down there to the $5 area. I think if we get below $5, I think if we can get down to the $5 area, take some profit there, and then hold the rest for that crack below $5. Like I said, really looking for this to get down there to the $4 area by the end of the day. OCX kind of bounced around this 530 area, having trouble there at the 550s. So my stop on this trade is going to be $5 and kind of 50-cent area, kind of watching that $5.50 to get stopped out if this thing starts to squeeze and gets above that resistance. But right now it's looking like it wants to stay below that resistance, but we got to play it safe and we got to cut it off if it does start to show some strength. So that's what I'm watching right now, watching this 550 area as my stop and looking for this to move down there to $5, break through $5 at open, and get going here. So we got about 30 minutes till the market opens. So just sitting back here, being patient and giving it some time and letting this trade work out this morning. I feel pretty good, obviously, with a 543 average. So I'm basically risking 7 cents for the possibility of. So I'm basically risking 7 cents here for the possibility of 550 area, adding into that 550 push up to that resistance, and I'm going to be watching the 550 area very closely as my stop loss. So I'm basically risking 7 cents on this trade for a possible 50, 60, 70 cent move. So I feel really good overall about the risk reward here. I just got to watch this 550 area. There is a big seller sitting there at the 550s, keeps popping up there. So I think as long as we can kind of hold below that 550 area, we'll be good. I just need to let this kind of work out and, have some patience here. I might have too tight of a stop, might be risking. I might need to move my stop a little bit higher, but I'm going to kind of watch that 550 area just to kind of see what happens at that 550 resistance. Is it showing resistance? We got the EMAs kind of lining up at that 550 area as well. Looking for this to move down here at open and get down there below 530 and get crack down there to the $5 area. So really, I'm risking that 7 cents here, 7 cents, risking 7 cents for a possible 50, 60 cent move here to the downside. So I feel pretty good overall about the risk to reward on this, the ROI. So I'm going to give a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and kind of just see what happens here at open and let this trade kind of work its way out. So I'm risking basically, $500 here to make close to $5,000 if this thing really works. We got this big buyer here at 543 right now on OCX, holding it up. But I don't think it's a real buyer. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think this is a real buyer. I think it's someone just trying to prop the stock up so they can get more shares short. I don't know. That's basically my theory right now on this. Just kind of how this is holding there at the 543 area, thinking that this is probably going to just wash out here, that this buyer sitting there at 543 is not real. I don't know, just the way it's moving. It popped up a little bit and then it's got smacked right back down there. So we'll see what happens here. Giving it a little bit more time. I got about 20 minutes till the market opens. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right, so going into open here, got about 1 minute. Had a little bit of a pop. I don't think this pop is going to hold. I really think this is going to just get sold into a massive amount of selling pressure kind of just stacking up there. It looks green right now, but I don't know. I guess I'm obviously going to be favoring the idea of this going back down. So we're going to see what happens here right there at open, and we'll make the judgment call once the market opens here and see if we need to cut this off here and take the loss, kind of figure it out as it's happening. It's happening in real time, baby. This is all real time. So let's see if this is going to crash back down here at open. Just watching level 2 right now, not watching my P&L, just keeping my eyes off my P&L, watching level 2, watching the time and sales. Looking for this to get down there below 550 again. I think if we can crack 550, this will be game over. All right, so we're looking pretty good. See if we can pull down here the 540s. Looking for us to break below 540 here. Beautiful. Let's see if we can go all the way here. Below 530s. A little bit of a bounce back here, but I think we can keep this heading lower. I want to see that 550 act as resistance here, hold it down, but not doing it. Really want to see 530 break here before taking any off. Not focused on my P&L, just focused on the trade here. I think 530 needs to break. Waiting for this break below 530. Some shares right there at 532, just kind of taking some of that off there. Having a little bit of trouble breaking through this 530, but I think it's still going to go. Just going to give it a second here. See what happens. If we break below 530, this thing's going all the way to $5. I'm telling you right now. I want to see us hold below the EMAs here at the 544, 545 area, that 550 area now. Kind of watching that 550 as my resistance. I want to see this hold below 550. I'm going to jump out right there at 550, just not liking that squeeze back there. Bit of a battle here, $80 so far. Let's see if we can get another short opportunity here. If this thing starts to really get crazy again. OCX back down below 550 now. Oh, I couldn't short into the bid because of the short sale restriction now. Wasn't able to re-short up here at the 560s. Looks like it's going to break through 530 here now. Oh, baby Jesus. Painful to say the least. Was looking at the stock here this morning, ACIU, pre-market shorting it. Just didn't have any volume, wasn't able to get filled. And look at it now, down there to 374. Was watching this $6 area, just couldn't get filled. Look at it now, down there 60% on the day, down there to 360. Also, CODX up there to 360. Big move on this thing this morning from $1.10 up there to 360 now. So really wild. Couple stocks moving around this morning. You can see the pre-market gapper list. A lot of stocks on there. A lot of stuff moving around. A lot of hot stuff going on. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just kind of close it out there. That whole OCX trade was just too much. Too much emotion. Too much everything this morning. So there it is. I'm going to close it out there. Walk away. Luckily, only making $80 there, but it could have been a lot worse. Could have ended up getting squeezed overall. I felt like overall, I really felt like the risk reward was there. You know, that this thing really wanted to just dump off there, but somebody's just soaking it up there at the 530 area right now. So looking like this thing wants to set up for another squeeze today. Yesterday, making some big moves on OCX for 220 up there to almost $7. So was thinking this was going to be like the first red day. This thing was going to really just sell off here, but you can see a bit of volatility. But you can see the volatility this morning, up, down, all around, and looking like it finally wants to do it. Let's see, through 530 here. 530 going to break. Is it going to break? It's trying. It wants to. We'll see what happens. By the time this video comes out, you'll know if it broke through 530 or not. So there it is. I'll talk to you guys later on. If you haven't already, do me one big favor, hit that subscribe button.